And today we have Michael Marini from the City of Hamilton's Economic Development Office. Welcome to you, Michael.
Thank you, Larry.
Hazel Milsom, who is a coordinator of the Downtown Municipal Incentives Program for the city. Welcome, Hazel.
Thank you, Larry.
And Sal Fiorino, owner of the Capri Restaurant on John Street North, where they make the best white pizza in all of Hamilton, and I know from experience. Welcome, Sal.
Thank you.
And let's start with you, Michael. Of course, we're focusing in on business opportunities downtown, and we have a number of programs downtown, and we'll talk about those with Hazel. But just generally speaking, Michael, how are we doing downtown?
Well, it's a great question you asked because it's very timely. Today, staff was in front of council presenting an update about an employment survey we undertook in the summer. And we found that since 2001, we've created over 1,500 jobs, that there's over 23,000 people working in the downtown, and that for the most part, it's private sector jobs, full-time jobs, and a lot of young professionals are really driving that job growth.
And give us some sense of what kinds of jobs these are in the private sector.
Well, of course, you have the lawyers and accountants and architects, but you also have those in the entertainment sector. We have a lot of graphic design firms, marketing firms, finance, real estate, insurance. So we have a full gamut of jobs that are being created and being carried out in the downtown, and they're, for the most part, knowledge-based jobs, which is really good.
And Hazel, you know, if I drive downtown, as I often do, I'll notice that there are some buildings that are being renovated, and that's great. And of course, the Lister Block comes to mind because it's the biggest, perhaps. But there are others as well, smaller buildings, all part of an incentive program that we have for our downtown businesses. Do you want to talk to us about that a little bit?
That's right, Larry. The Downtown and Community Renewal Division, we offer 6 financial incentive programs, all of them actually are available within the downtown. Some of them are available in the community downtowns as well as the business improvement areas. A couple of them are geared towards bringing residential usage in the downtown, the multi-residential investment property improvement programs. The City of Hamilton has invested $13.5 million in loans since 2001. And that's triggered $85 million in reconstruction in the downtown and created 750 units. It's a 0% interest loan, and we will fund up to 25% of the cost to construct budget. We also offer a tax incentive program, so what we do is we grant back over a 5-year period 100% of the taxes in the municipal portion only for the first year, and then it declines by 20% for the next 4 years. So by the 6th year, they wouldn't be getting a grant. And that's for taxes, the increase in taxes is actually attributable to the redevelopment of a property. We have the Commercial Property Improvement Grant Program, where we offer a grant of 50% of the cost of improvements to facades. And that's for business improvement areas not only in the downtown, but the other business improvement areas within the City of Hamilton. And in total, we have 13 BIAs throughout the City of Hamilton. We also have a brand new program for the downtown called the Hamilton Downtown Office Tenancy Assistance Program. It's a low interest loan, and that's really geared towards bringing new businesses, office users in the downtown, or expanding existing offices in the downtown.
Well, you know what, we'll come back and talk a little more specifically about some of those programs, but I want to move the conversation over to Sal and his really historic restaurant business downtown. Sal, how long has the Capri been a fixture in the downtown area on John Street?
The Capri's been around since 1963. It's, as maybe you can see as one of the photos, it has an old antique look to it.
Well, let's look at if our staff can flash some of the older pictures. Well, there's the Capri. Describe what you see there, Sal.
Okay, so if it's the older picture there, that you have the fake facade there, the fake brick, and we got some lighting that wasn't working properly, and then the sign was just getting old and raggedy, and it needed to be updated because it was the same since 1963.
Well, let's move it to the new picture now, because this is the way Capri looks right now, and you can see the new sign, the new look, the new awning, the new brickwork. What was this made possible? With whose assistance, Sal?
Well, I know that Hazel helped us out quite a bit in this. For someone that isn't not too familiar with this, she guided me through everything, and it worked out really well. I got my contractors in order, I got my building permit, and everything went well.
Well, many of the merchants downtown call her Saint Hazel, of course, Sal. But and that's great. No, and I'm not making light of it, Hazel. You have long been a champion of the downtown businesses, and thank goodness for that. But Sal, tell us a little bit about the food inside. What do you offer? Because facades are great, but unless you offer a good fare inside a restaurant, then you don't last very long.
Yeah, well,
brag a little.
Well, it's been pretty much the same since 1963. My mom's been cooking there for over 40 years, and we took over 7 years ago, and we thought we needed a little bit of a change in the front facade to get more people to come in, and it has worked. It's been I think a couple of years now, and we've got a little bit improved business. And our food, it's been the same. We have our pizza, it's been the same since then. We have our lasagna, our veal, our meat, stuff like that. So
and the prices haven't appreciated that much. I mean, they've gone up, obviously.
Just a little, yeah. We haven't changed it quite, in quite a few years, but the prices are pretty reasonable.
Hazel, and of course, restaurant businesses are just one type of business. I note that Treble Hall was just purchased by a developer recently, right across from, on John Street, almost across from the Capri. What's happening with the Connaught? Any news that you want to break this afternoon?
No, I don't have any breaking news, Larry. The last I heard that I know it was for sale, but I'm not sure if there's been any agreement on that particular development.
But from your perspective, some of our incentive programs are obviously and clearly working. Mike, do we get inquiries from outside of Hamilton, or are these simply Hamiltonians who are selecting to do business downtown?
Oh, absolutely. We get a lot of inquiries from outside of Hamilton. Glenn Norton, that I work with, he's the acting director of Downtown and Community Renewal. He's contacted on a regular basis from people outside the community that are looking for space either in the downtown or other areas within the city. And we find in the downtown to look for a large parcel of land that's either for sale or for lease is becoming more and more difficult.
And you know, that's great, because I think that once there's a price point that is competitive, people will want to open up businesses downtown. How are we doing with the residential program? Because part of the secret we've always said to a successful downtown is having people live there. How are we doing on that score?
And that's right. Our downtown secondary plan, or a principle of the downtown secondary plan, is that we need to bring residents into the downtown. So it's a 24/7 downtown area. As I said earlier, we've created 750 units with the residential program that we do offer. However, we are in negotiations with at least 3 developers. I can't divulge any of that information at this time. Hopefully in a few months' time we'll be coming to another show to share some of the specific information on those developments. But we are in discussions with potential applicants who right now are going through site plan approval for residential
And of course
development.
the loan program that we have is repayable. How are we doing on that score?
To date, we've actually loaned $13.5 million, and approximately $7.5 million has been paid back. So there's about $4 million outstanding, $5 million outstanding. So yeah, they are paying back. Yes, we did have one of the projects. That was the King William. They went bankrupt. Actually, it was into receivership. But the new owner of that actually came in, redid those units, and they've been very successful. They were actually sold out within a few units.
So overall, it's been a very successful program.
Absolutely,
so let me thank the 3 of you for coming and sharing some good stories, and Sal, especially as a businessman downtown, continued good luck.
Thank you
very much to the 3 of you.